Leo, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.TarotbyAnisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love lives or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Leos, this is your 2019 annual reading, and it's a year of big changes. We have a lot of planets that are going to be moving, and they're moving in an earth sign. For you, Leos, the entire 2019, the tone is going to be staying grounded. It's going to be implementation of the ideas. It's going to be about how close to reality you are, about checking your facts, about not reacting to hearsay. It's about not being involved in whether it's gossip or whether it is I think plans or ideas that are just in the air. It's about doing your homework, checking your facts, and implementing the same. Now, we also have that's a Capricornian energy that is there at play. It's directly in opposition to Cancer energy that is there. So the entire year, the note will be between these two planets that will be playing a slight tug of war as they move along. So depending on which house you have Capricorn and which house you have Cancer, those are the places where it is going to be lit up. The entire note also for 2019 is about, while it's good to have your head in your clouds, but it's about having your feet on the ground. It's about giving your dreams a reality, giving your dreams some legs to work upon, to have them manifest. It's also a year for you where I think staying humble, reminding yourself how far you've come, the progress that you have made. It's about patting yourself on the back. It's acknowledging that you have come quite a long distance and you have made considerable progress. Of course, for a lot of you, there could be the sense of, oh, I'm still there, or a sense of stagnation. But I think if you were to look back and see where it is that you were at the beginning of 2018 to ending of 2018, and now, of course, in 2019, you will realize that, there has been progress. Maybe it didn't happen drastically, but there has been nonetheless as well. On January, I'm going to be looking at the eclipses first, and then I'll look at the retrogrades, and then I'll give a brief look at the relationships. So we're opening the month in January on the 6th, where we have a solar eclipse that is set in Capricorn, and it's there in your house of day-to-day chores. It's a house of your health. So it is it's a time to be, I think, being more disciplined with your time, Leos. As we open up, it's prioritizing what is it that is important. And also at the same time, because Cancer is activating your house of spirituality, it speaks about having compassion. It speaks about developing your spiritual being. It's about being healed. It's about maybe delving into your past and healing things that have really hurt. It's about old wounds. It's about taking care of yourself, being compassionate with yourself first, Leos, and then reaching out and being compassionate to others. Now, Uranus moved back to Aries in November 2018. It rolled back for a brief period. It rolls back into Taurus in March 2019. And for you, it is going to be bringing about an opportunity to, I think, go more with the flow, because the Uranian energy, A, it can't be harnessed, and B, it's extremely unpredictable. It's chaotic. It brings about a lot of confusion with it. So try not to be in a place where you want to control things completely. Plans, however, you want the outcome to be controlled. So that won't be possible. I think it will do you well if you, of course, do your homework well, check the facts, and then just go with the flow and see as to how things progress. And it's so on the March 2019, Uranus moves into Taurus, and it is there in your house of career till about 2025. Now, during this entire Uranian cycle, which will be there till 2025, you'll find that your work is really changing. It gets more dynamic. Maybe you start doing multiple things. Maybe your relationship with authority figures changes, and you're not going to be taking orders very easily, Leos. You would really, I think it will be worth your while in these next 7 years to see as to what is it that you really want to do. You're happiest being your boss during this time. So I think people who are working in a regular job, try not to get into an ego tussle with authority figures. And also, I think there will be a desire to work on your own natural talent. So if you say, and it doesn't mean that you need to be a musician or an artist, but it can simply mean that you're good at sourcing things, you're good at putting things, curating things. Maybe that is something that you really enjoy. Maybe this is the time that you can see how it is that you can implement your passion into your full-time work. On the 2nd of July, we have a solar eclipse, and it is there in your own house. So I think July, again, it's about, it's nearing your birthday time, in any case, in 2019. And it'll be a time to sort of, again, rehaul your mental makeup, transform, see what is it that is not working. Maybe it is how that you're communicating with people. Maybe you're being too aggressive. Maybe you're being too bossy. Maybe you could be talking down people and you may not realize it. So it's a time, or maybe I think in certain cases you could be over promising and you're not able to deliver. So try to look at this pattern figure of your own mental makeup and where it is that you can bring about a change. It really speaks about a complete internal overhaul. On the 16th of July, we have a lunar eclipse that is there in your house of relationships, both business as well as personal. It can be that a certain project closes this time. Maybe some of you will leave a job and you'll move on to another one. Maybe you could be on a notice period. Some of you could retire. And in certain cases, it can also be that you will be you will finish signing some papers. Maybe you get into a collaboration, maybe you finish signing a new contract, or something gets finished as far as work is concerned. Until end of the year, we have Jupiter that is there in your house of shared resources. It's a house of intimacy, sexuality, and it's going to enhance expand the entire area, because if there have been issues as far as intimacy is concerned, that will sort of get highlighted for you. You'll sort of look up and say that, maybe this is something that I really need to work upon, or maybe this is something that is lacking for you. And Jupiter on the 3rd then moves to the house of your love, romance, creativity, and children. And it's possible that I think some of you really fall in love, and you're willing to sort of cross boundaries and compromise and make sacrifices, personal sacrifices for this person. And on the December 26th, we'll close the year 2019, there's going to be another eclipse that is there in your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. So it is possible that you can be in a relationship with someone who doesn't live in the same country, lives in another country, or is from a different culture, different ethnicities. It can be for some of you that children are a great source of joy during this time. Overall, I would say the last quarter, or also I would say the more or less the entire theme in 2019 also is about identifying your passion, something that you naturally enjoy or you're good at doing, enhancing them more and turning that into a commercial success. On the relationships part of it, it's really a time, Leos, to be it's a time of investing quality time. I think if you have been dismissive about your relationships, then this is a time that you need to be sort of deciding and figuring out as to which direction you want the relationship to be. And for some of you who are in stable relationships, maybe there is some more time that's required For some of you where the relationships are challenging, I think it's a time where you need to be defining the direction that you want a relationship to be going into. You know, if it's toxic, then, and it has been toxic for a while, then you need to sort of think, introspect, and take a decision. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Leos. I wish you a fantastic 2019. I'll see you soon, and thank you so much for watching.